If you shoot weddings, portraits, events, travel, wildlife, or hybrid content, the Canon EOS R5 Mark II probably looks like the perfect upgrade. And for some people, it is. But working photographers do not only need the best camera on paper. They need the camera that gives them the right files, the right speed, the right reliability, and the right price. That is why the R5 Mark II is not automatically the smartest Canon body to buy. So today we are comparing 3 Canon cameras that may be better choices for real-world shooters who want Canon performance without paying for every flagship feature. Subscribe for camera buying guides, comparisons, and gear debates that go deeper than specs. Number 5. Canon EOS C70. The Canon EOS C70 is a professional cinema camera that bridges the gap between Canon's Cinema EOS lineup and its mirrorless camera systems, making it an outstanding choice for filmmakers, documentary creators, commercial videographers, and independent production teams. Featuring a super 35mm dual gain output, DGO, CMOS sensor, the EOS C70 delivers exceptional dynamic range of over 16 stops, producing rich detail in both highlights and shadows while maintaining impressive low-light performance. Powered by Canon's Digic DV7 image processor, the camera records stunning 4K footage with excellent color accuracy, smooth gradations, and a cinematic look that has become synonymous with the Cinema EOS series. One of the C70 standout features is Canon's dual-pixel CMOS autofocus, offering fast, reliable, and highly accurate subject tracking with eye detection, face detection, and touch focus capabilities that simplify solo shooting. The compact RF mount opens access to Canon's growing range of high-performance RF lenses while remaining compatible with EF lenses through Canon's optional mount adapters, including the innovative 0.71x speed booster. Internally, the EOS C70 supports 4K, recording at up to 120 frames per second in 10-bit 4:2:2 using XFAVC or HEVC codecs, providing excellent flexibility for slow-motion capture and professional post-production workflows. Dual SD card slots allow simultaneous or relay recording, while built-in ND filters with up to 10 stops make exposure adjustments quick and efficient in changing lighting conditions. Professional audio features include dual mini XLR inputs with phantom power, ensuring high-quality sound recording without external accessories. The camera also offers Canon Log 2, Canon Log 3, HDR recording, and extensive image customization for color grading. With its lightweight body, ergonomic design, long battery life, and comprehensive professional connectivity, the Canon EOS C70 is ideal for documentaries, corporate productions, weddings, television, and independent filmmaking. It delivers cinema-quality images in a portable package, making it one of the most versatile and highly respected digital cinema cameras in Canon's lineup. Number 4. Canon EOS R1. The Canon EOS R1 is Canon's flagship full-frame mirrorless camera, engineered for professionals who demand uncompromising speed, durability, and image quality in the most challenging environments. Designed primarily for sports, wildlife, and photojournalism, the EOS R1 combines a newly developed high-speed, full-frame stacked CMOS sensor with Canon's advanced Digic accelerator and Digic X image processors to deliver exceptional performance. Its blistering continuous shooting speeds, capable of reaching up to 40 frames per second with the electronic shutter, allow photographers to capture decisive moments with remarkable precision. Canon's next-generation dual-pixel intelligent AF system represents one of the camera's biggest strengths, offering highly accurate subject detection and tracking for people, animals, and vehicles while maintaining focus even during fast, unpredictable action. The robust magnesium alloy body features extensive weather sealing, making it reliable in rain, dust, and extreme temperatures, while the integrated vertical grip provides excellent handling and extended battery life for long assignments. The high-resolution electronic viewfinder offers a bright, lag-free shooting experience, closely resembling the responsiveness of an optical viewfinder. Video capabilities are equally impressive, supporting professional-grade 6K RAW recording, oversampled 4K, Canon log profiles, and advanced heat management for extended recording sessions. Built-in high-speed connectivity options, including Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and USB-C, enable rapid file transfer directly from the field, an essential feature for working professionals on tight deadlines. The EOS R1 also incorporates in-body image stabilization that works alongside compatible RF lenses for enhanced handheld performance in both still photography and video. With customizable controls, deep buffer performance, and compatibility with Canon's growing lineup of RF lenses, the EOS R1 is built to meet the demands of elite creators who refuse to compromise. Whether covering the Olympic Games, professional motorsports, breaking news, or elusive wildlife, the Canon EOS R1 stands as one of the most capable and technologically advanced cameras Canon has ever produced, delivering speed, reliability, and image quality that define the pinnacle of modern professional photography. Number 3. The Canon EOS R8. The R8 is the camera for buyers who want full-frame Canon color, portrait depth, low-light flexibility, RF mount access, and a modern body, but do not actually need a 45-megapixel flagship hybrid camera to get any of that. Canon builds it as a lightweight, compact, full-frame body around a 24.22-megapixel sensor with the same RF mount and enough stills and video ability to cover most everyday assignments. That is the part worth sitting with. Most buyers who reach for the R5 Mark II are not chasing every one of its features. They're chasing full-frame Canon results. The color, the depth, the way skin tones and light fall together in a Canon file. The R8 gives you exactly that in a body that is lighter, simpler, and priced well below flagship territory for portraits, travel, casual paid work, YouTube, family sessions, and everyday full-frame shooting. That may already be enough, but the honesty has to go both ways. The R8 is not a professional R5 Mark II replacement wearing a smaller price tag. It does not give you the same body confidence, the same in-body stabilization, the same resolution, or a dual card slot for professional redundancy. Its video tools are solid for a creator, not built for broadcast-level demands. The R8 is not better than the R5 Mark II because it is more capable. It is better for the buyer who only ever needed one part of the R5 Mark II. Full-frame Canon results, not flagship Canon everything. Better for budget full-frame, but skip it if you need professional redundancy, high resolution, or serious hybrid power. The R8 is the affordable full-frame answer. But if you need something more serious for paid work, the next camera gets much closer to what most R5 Mark II buyers actually need. The R8 proves that not every buyer tempted by the R5 Mark II actually needs an R5. But for working photographers who need more than entry-level full-frame, the next camera is the more serious alternative. Number 2, the Canon EOS R6 Mark III. This is the practical working photographer alternative. The camera for people who shoot weddings, events, portraits, travel, families, documentary work, and hybrid jobs where reliability matters more than maximum resolution. It carries more resolution than the R6 Mark II, built around a 32.5-megapixel full-frame sensor with up to 8.5 stops of stabilization, 40 frames per second shooting, dual-pixel autofocus that tracks reliably, dual card slots, including CF Express, and video strong enough for up to 7K RAW. Here is the part the R5 Mark II's marketing never says out loud. A lot of working photographers do not need 45-megapixel files every single day. For weddings and events, those enormous files become a burden. More storage, slower backups, longer editing sessions. For portraits, 32.5 megapixels is already plenty for almost any practical job. You can still print large and crop hard without creating a filing headache for yourself. The R5 Mark II still wins when a buyer genuinely needs more resolution, more advanced video, or the newest autofocus generation. But for many real-world shooters, the R6 Mark III may simply be the more sensible Canon. The one that asks whether you need the best Canon hybrid or the Canon hybrid that actually fits the work you do. What you give up is the R5 Mark II's 45-megapixel stack sensor and its top-tier identity. What you gain is a newer, well-balanced full-frame hybrid body at a friendlier price. One that is easier to live with on a long wedding season or a packed travel schedule. Better for real-world hybrid work, especially if you want speed, reliability, and manageable files more than maximum resolution. The R6 Mark III may be the working photographer's balance point, but number 1 is the most direct challenge to the R5 Mark II because it keeps the R5 identity instead of replacing it with a different kind of Canon. By this point, the pattern is clear. The R5 Mark II is still the dream camera, but the dream changes once you ask what you actually need. The R8 gives you Canon full frame for much less. The R6 Mark III gives working shooters a serious modern hybrid body without chasing every flagship feature. But number one is different because it does not replace the R5 idea. It gives you the R5 idea for less. Subscribe to AltBuzz for camera comparisons that help you avoid paying for features you may never use. And that brings us to the Canon camera that makes the R5 Mark II's price hardest to defend for a very specific buyer. Because if what you really wanted was not every new Mark II feature, but the R5 experience itself, Canon already made that camera. And if you want the full comparison breakdowns behind every list we make, head over to the website. Core membership is $5 a month, Elite is $10 a month, and both help keep this channel independent. Number one, the original Canon EOS R5. Some people do not just want Canon full frame. They want the R5 experience, high-resolution files, serious stills performance, a premium body, strong autofocus, trusted Canon color, RF lens access, and a camera that still feels like a professional all-rounder. The original R5 gives them much of that. It runs a 45-megapixel full-frame sensor on the Digix processor, shoots up to 20 frames per second electronically, and pairs dual-pixel autofocus with reliable subject tracking and 8K RAW capability. It is not the R5 Mark II. Its processing is older, its autofocus generation is older, its video handling is less advanced, and it carries fewer modern refinements. The Mark II is genuinely better for buyers who need faster readout, sharper autofocus intelligence, newer video tools, and a more future-facing workflow. But for stills-first photographers, portraits, editorials, fine art, anything built around high-resolution files rather than split-second tracking, the original R5 may be the smartest Canon on this entire list. It keeps the 45-megapixel identity. It keeps the premium R5 feeling. It keeps the high-resolution Canon appeal that made you want an R5 in the first place. And depending on current pricing, especially on the used market, it may deliver the exact part many buyers wanted most from the R5 Mark II without forcing them into the newest flagship price. The original R5 is not better because it matches the Mark II feature for feature. It is better because it gives many photographers the R5 experience without making them pay for every new improvement. The R5 Mark II is the better camera. The original R5 may be the better decision. Better for R5 value, especially if you want high-resolution Canon stills and do not need the newest Mark I upgrades. Worth checking current used market listings from B&H, MPB, KH, Adorama, and recently sold eBay listings before you decide, since pricing on the original R5 shifts often enough to change the math entirely. The point is not that the R5 Mark II is bad. The point is that Canon buyers need to stop asking which camera is best and start asking which Canon gives them the part of the R5 Mark II they were actually buying for. So, should you still buy the Canon EOS R5 Mark II? Buy it if you genuinely need the best Canon hybrid body here. If you need 45 megapixels faster readout, advanced autofocus, stronger video tools, professional workflow improvements, and the confidence of the newest R5 body, Music is still the strongest camera in this comparison. But if your needs are more specific, one of these three cameras may make more sense. That if you mostly want affordable full-frame Canon, the R8 is the smarter move. If you want a modern full-frame hybrid for real paid work, the R6 Mark III may be the better balance. If you want the R5 experience without the Mark II premium, the original R5 is the camera that makes the price hardest to defend. The R5 Mark II is the best camera here, but the best camera is not always the smartest camera to buy. The smartest Canon is the one that gives you the part you actually need without making you pay for the parts you only wanted because the spec sheet looked perfect. Comment below if you were buying a Canon body in 2026. Would you still choose the R5 Mark II, or would you save money with one of these three? Tell us which camera actually matches the work you do, not the camera that just sounds the most impressive. Subscribe to AltBuzz for more camera buying guides, comparisons, and gear debates that go deeper than specs. And if this video helped you make a smarter buying decision, a super thanks goes a long way towards supporting more independent camera coverage.